Simon Danchuk, stick with us, but I just want to go now back to Newark because we're joined by the UKIP leader, Nigel Farage. Nigel Farage, welcome to this week special. It's good to have you because we know you've just got to the count recently. Have you won?
No, the Conservatives will hold this seat, but what UKIP will do is to score their best ever percentage score in a by-election. It's going to be up over 30%. And given, we were 25,000 votes behind the Conservatives here in 2010, and it's now going to be something like 2,500. So, we are very, very pleased with our performance.
So just to clarify, in your view, the Tory majority will be how big, do you think?
Well, I think it'll be down to 2,000 to 3,000, something like that.
And I understand that you still consider that a decent result for UKIP in all the circumstances, but why do you think you haven't won it?
Well, if the scores on the doors, as we look at them now, are right, and the UKIP vote share is up nearly 30%, we're very difficult to think we could have done much better. It's been a very short by-election. We couldn't mobilise anybody until after the European elections, and so we've really had 10 days at this. The Conservatives have probably put more into this than any by-election they've ever fought in their history. No, all round, I can assure you that the People's Army are going to be very happy with this result tonight.
You are happy? There must be a nagging disappointment, though, that you haven't pulled it off. Given your local election results and then the European election results, this would have given you some incredible momentum if you'd won tonight.
Yeah, I think the important thing for us is that 10 days ago, everybody said, well, look, the UKIP result in the European elections won't carry through to Westminster elections, and what this by-election shows actually is there are people out there now who aren't lending their vote to UKIP in European elections, they are UKIP voters.
And just to clarify, you don't even think it will be close enough for you to insist, or Mr Helmer to insist on a recount?
I don't think so, no. I think there will be a clear majority for the Conservatives, but as I say, a big, big second place for UKIP, and we come big seconds in Labour-held seats, in Lib Dem-held seats, and in Tory-held seats. And the other thing worth noting is the turnout today is the highest it's been at a by-election for many years, and the reason for that is a lot of people who are non-voters, who haven't voted for 20 years or never in their lives, were going out today to vote for UKIP. All
right. Just a question or point I was making to Mr Helmer, your candidate. If it was if the result is quite close, but you've come a strong second, if I can put it that way. Why were you not there in the constituency for the final push in the last couple of days?
Well, I've been here today. I was here on Saturday. I was going to come on Sunday, but I had a chance to do national television. I keep being told that I've got to be here every day. I should be the candidate in every by-election. UKIP is about a lot more than Nigel Farage, and we've proved that in the Newark by-election.
But to have won tonight would have been another earthquake, in your own language, and that final push could have made all the difference. You are the household name now of UKIP. Mr Helmer isn't. I'm just slightly puzzled that you wouldn't have put the final push in.
Well, should I have been here for the last 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days? Should I have been the candidate? I mean, they're the sort of questions that people have been asking me. Look, we have fought a damn good campaign here with a first-class candidate, and the People's Army of UKIP is getting more professional and better at fighting elections. And all I can say is roll on the next by-election.
What were you doing in Malta?
Speaking, an engagement I accepted 8 months ago. I never break my word. If I say yes to something, I try and honour it.
Where does the
turning up at the European Parliament?
Well, hold on, we'll get on to that, Malcolm Bruce. Where does the self-styled People's Army go from here, Nigel Farage?
Well, it keeps on marching. We've got some work to do. We've got to get our domestic manifesto right, which we intend to launch the outline of that in September in Doncaster at our conference. I've got to get some new spokesmen and spokeswomen in place to show a much broader face of UKIP on the media, rather than people saying it's just a one-man band. And we've got to get, selecting candidates, particularly for our target seats for 2015. So a lot of organisation, a lot of work to do over the course of a summer, but the People's Army ready for the next by-election, and who knows, that could be in South Cambridgeshire if Andrew Lansley becomes a European Commissioner.
All right, and you maybe not have seen this, but on the Daily Politics, what I must now call yesterday, when I asked Mr. Lansley if he was in contention for that, he didn't quite answer, but I said if he was asked to do so, what would he say? And he said he would say yes to Mr. Cameron, so you may get your by-election down there. But we shall see.
Yeah, I think it's very likely.
Nigel Farage, thanks for joining us. We'll be back to New York, of course, but thanks for now. Nigel Farage there live from New York, telling us that his party hasn't won the election. Now, not all the votes have been counted, but it's clear that Mr. Farage has seen the signs and that it's clear in his view, because we never know till the votes are all counted, but he is saying that the Conservatives have won the New York by-election. He's conceding defeat, but saying that UKIP has come a strong second. Simon Danchuk is still with us in Salford. Come back to him in a minute, but let me get your reaction, Diane James.
Well, I'm still very pleased by that. I mean, if we go back to 2010...
And it is better than your result in Eastleigh.
It's better than my...
you wanted to see.
It's exactly that. It's better than my result in Eastleigh, so I've now handed over that mantle. It's another nice increase in terms of UKIP's share of the vote. I think the point Nigel was also, although he didn't use the detail, so let me use the detail. In 2010, the Conservatives had that seat with 54% of the vote. We were less than 4%. If, as Nigel is indicating, we've gone above 30% in terms of our share, that is that is earthquake-type figures. And I'm very, very pleased with that.
So they haven't gone away, even if they've lost?